Lindsey Graham also slamming Donald Trump. Here's what Lindsey Graham just said to our own Manu Raju.
I want Mr. Trump to be treated fairly in court, but the fact that the lawyers have not asked for the judge to recuse himself speaks volumes. And if they did ask him to step down simply because his parents were born in Mexico, they would be subject to being sanctioned or disbarred because there's not a valid reason to ask a judge to recuse himself. So I think the lawyers are probably good at what they do, and I think what Mr. Trump is doing is not consistent with a rule of law nation. It's demagoguery at its worst, and through the political process, he's trying to ruin this man's life, and I will have no part of that.
Do you think it's a racist comment?
Oh, clearly. But it's funny. I don't believe Donald Trump, with the way he's lived his life, is a racist person. I believe he'd hire somebody based on merit, but he's playing the race card. He's done that a lot. So in the political process, he's throwing the race card on the table to try to undercut the Trump University lawsuit effect on his campaign.
But it's un-American in your view.
I think it is very un-American for a political leader to do this, to question whether or not a person can be a judge based on their heritage.
And you think your colleagues should consider disavowing Trump altogether and abandoning supporting him?
You know, I can understand why people can't support Hillary Clinton. And I can understand wanting to support the nominee of the party. I just can't personally go there, but I would say that I've been pleased to hear widespread condemnation by Republicans that if Mr. Trump continues this, which is clearly over the top, you may not think it's un-American, I do. You may not think it's racist, I do. But if he continues this line of attack, then I think people need to really reconsider for the future of the party and the future of the country whether they should support him. I'll leave that up to the individuals in question.
You think Paul Ryan should too?
Paul's a great guy. He's a stand-up guy. He's going to have to, if Mr. Trump continues to do this, then he's putting the future of the Republican Party in play. He's stepping on some pretty sacrosanct concepts in terms of separation of powers, and he would continue to put people in a bad spot.
Lindsey Graham speaking with Manu Raju up on Capitol Hill.